Good morning, class. Happy Monday. Hopefully you guys had a fabulous weekend. Today we're going to continue our reading and learning more about different types of weather and climates all over the Earth. And last week we focused on clouds. Remember cumulus clouds and nimbus clouds. And this week we're learning about different climates all over the Earth. So different places that you go to in the world, there are different climates and different type of weather patterns. Here in Marietta, typically it's very hot and very sunny. In the winter, it does get a little bit cold, but we don't see snow here in Marietta. We can see some rain, some wind, lots and lots and lots of sun, and it's typically really dry. Even when it's raining, it seems to be pretty dry. We don't have a lot of humidity, which is when you walk outside, it's like the moisture in the air. It's pretty dry here. So that is the type of climate that we have here in Marietta, but all over the world, there are different types of climates and there's different animals that live in different type of climates and different ways that it's displayed all over the world. All right, guys, so we're going to look at our first vocab word right here. Go ahead and look at the pictures, right? Think about color, think about the things that you might see in this picture. Right here, it's a picture of Earth, right? And there's a picture of sun, and then I see this this little clear thing around the Earth. And I'm starting to wonder, what might that be? And then I look at this picture. So this looks more like a drawing or a picture, where the second picture actually looks more like realistically, maybe a shot from space of what Earth looks like. And see, this is Earth, and we can see some of those clouds up top. And then we see again this clear, almost looks like a light that is surrounding Earth. Think about what that might be. All right, guys, let's go ahead and look at our vocab word. Okay, say it after me. Atmosphere. Say it again. Atmosphere. Remember, first we count our syllables. So let's see it. Atmosphere. How many syllables did you guys hear? That's right, 3. 3 syllables in the word atmosphere. Now, what is the atmosphere? Let's go ahead and read our sentences. The atmosphere has air. Okay. The atmosphere has gases. So what is the atmosphere? The atmosphere is the layer of breathable gas that surrounds the Earth. So that shining light that we see that's surrounding Earth, that is the atmosphere. Okay, guys? So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys a video. We're going to change it up a little bit this week to watch a video about what the atmosphere is.
To learn about the Earth's atmosphere. The layer of gas surrounding the Earth is called the atmosphere, and it is an essential element for life on Earth to exist. It makes all living things be able to breathe. It protects us from rays coming from the sun and space. And it also prevents large changes in temperature during day and night. The atmosphere isn't homogeneous. Instead, it changes its composition according to its height. It becomes less and less dense with less and less air.
Okay, I hope you guys enjoyed that video. It's just talking about the atmosphere and how it's the breathable gas that surrounds Earth that helps us breathe. It protects us from rays, from space, and from the sun. So it's really important for us to have this atmosphere in order for us to live here on Earth and stay protected. All right, guys, so we're going to write our sentence now. So the atmosphere is a gas that surrounds Earth. Oops. Sometimes Miss Harmon has a hard time typing. All right, guys, go ahead and pause the video, write down your sentence, and draw the picture, okay? Our next vocab word, let's look at our pictures here. We see some type of charts, right? And it looks like it might be telling us something about rainfall or precipitation, for temperature in different months, and then how much rain we get and how high the temperature is. Okay, so we're going to look at our vocab word and say it after me. Say average. Good, average. How many syllables does average have? Let's see. Average. 3. Average has 3 syllables. An average just means common or typical, like right in the middle. That's the average score, the average person, the average height. So let's read our sentences. The average rainfall is high, meaning the typical rainfall is pretty high wherever they recorded this rainfall. And then in this one, the average temperature is high. So again, wherever they record the temperature, it's typically a high temperature. So the common or typical temperature, common or typical rainfall is high in these two places. Now let's go ahead and let's write our sentence. Okay, my friends, our sentence for average, so remember average means common or typical, is the average temperature in summer is 100 degrees. So typically in Marietta, if you walk outside on a summer day, it's going to be hot, it's going to be sunny, it'll be around 100 degrees. So average is just common or typical. That's what, so go ahead and pause the video, draw your picture, and go on to our next word. Okay, guys, our next word is right here. Let's look at the pictures, okay? This first picture, I see lots of trees, lots of moisture, lots of water in the air. This picture, it looks like a desert, right? Where it's super dry and super hot. Let's look at our vocab word here, okay? Climate. Say it with me. Climate. Climate. Climate has 2 syllables. Okay, let's read our sentences. This place has a wet climate. This place has a dry climate. Okay, so what's climate? All right, climate is the average or typical weather of a place over long periods of time. Okay, so remember, weather is ever changing. Remember our poem last week that we read about how you can wake up and it can be sunny with cumulus clouds, and then in the afternoon, those nimbus clouds can roll and it can start raining, right? So weather is changing every minute, all the time. A climate is weather in a place over a long period of time. So the average weather. So if you look at a desert, the average climate for a desert is dry and hot. Even during the winter, even during these times, it gets a little bit cooler, but it's still hotter than other places in the world. So climate is the average weather of a place over a long period of time. Okay, and if you look at the rainforest here, there's a lot of rain in a rainforest, so the climate is wet, right? If you walk into a rainforest any time of the year, it might be cold, but it's still going to be wet. It might be hot, but it'll still be wet, and that moisture will be in the air. So weather is ever changing, but climate is the average over a long period of time. All right, guys, we're going to watch another video about climate. Okay, guys, here is a video about weather and climate.
You're talking about the area's climate. Weather is the minute-by-minute changes in the atmosphere. Climate is what the weather is like over a long period of time in a specific area. Now, the weather is constantly changing all the time, every day. Think of the weather as being like that one friend of yours who can never make up their mind about what movie they want to see or what restaurant they want to go to. Just because it's beautiful and sunny outside when you wake up, that doesn't mean you won't need an umbrella before the day's over. And raining is just one of the things that weather can do.
All right, guys, let's go ahead and write our sentence, okay? So, the climate in Marietta is very dry. So Marietta is more like a desert, and so therefore it is more dry here. It's a little bit more hot. There's not too much moisture in the air, so our climate here is very dry. All right, guys, go ahead and pause the video. Write your sentence. You can write your climate about any place. Think about the desert. Think about a rainforest. Different places have different climates. Different animals live in different climates. So whatever you want to write your sentence on, okay, my friends? Pause the video and then come back when you're all done with your picture. All right, guys. Our 4th vocabulary word is right here. And say it with me. This is kind of a fun one to say. Ready? Equator. Go ahead and say it again. Equator. Equator. Has 3 syllables, okay? It's a big word. Now, if we look at our pictures here, right, we see 2 pictures of Earth and the globe. And then we see this line going right in the middle of both of the globes, okay? That is the equator. It's this invisible line that divides the Earth into the northern hemisphere and the southern hemisphere, okay? And there's not really a line on Earth like that we can see, but it's an invisible line. So it's a line that we can't see, but it cuts our Earth directly in half, okay? So we either live in the north hemisphere or the southern hemisphere. Okay, so this map shows the equator. This map shows the equator. So we live here in America, right? In California. And we are in the northern hemisphere, okay? And the official definition of it is in the invisible line around Earth that gets the most direct sunlight. So the most sun hits this equator, okay? And then we get a little bit up in the southern hemisphere. They get a little bit on the southern hemisphere. So remember, our North Pole and South Pole get the least amount of light because they're the furthest away from the equator. So the farther you're away from the equator, the less sunlight you get. Okay, so that's why the North and the South Pole are both so cold, because they don't get direct sunlight. All right, so let's go ahead and write our sentence, okay? The equator is an invisible line that divides Earth into two hemispheres. So it just means it divides Earth right in half, right? It's invisible, we can't really see it, but scientists use it in order to assess how much direct sunlight we are receiving from the sun, whether you're in the northern hemisphere or the southern hemisphere. All right, guys, go ahead and pause the video, draw maybe a globe, and show me that you understand that that equator is right in the middle, just like these pictures, okay? So if you draw an Earth, the equator is an invisible line right in the middle. All right, guys, our last word, ooh, this is a fun one. This is probably my favorite for the week. So if we look at both these pictures, we see some rain, we see some snow, okay? And let's say the word. Are you ready? Precipitation. Say it again. Precipitation. All right? Precipitation. Whoa, good job. How many syllables did I count there? Precipitation. All right? 5 syllables. That's probably the longest word we've had in our vocab. 5 sounds in the word precipitation, guys. All right, what is precipitation? All right, this rain is precipitation. This snow is precipitation. So precipitation is any type of water that falls from the sky, okay? Think about rain, snow, sleet, or hail. Those are all precipitation, water falling from the sky, okay? Any form of water falling from the sky. Say it again. Precipitation. Good job. All right, guys, let's go ahead and write our sentence for precipitation. Okay. Precipitation is any water that falls from the sky. Okay, so think snow, rain, hail, sleet. Anything that falls from the sky is precipitation. Elsa creates precipitation when she uses her magical powers to create snowfall. That's precipitation. And then rain coming from nimbus clouds, that's precipitation. All right, guys, to end our video today, we're going to watch a song on precipitation. Okay, I hope you guys enjoy, and I can't wait to read to you guys again tomorrow. All right, here you go, guys.
Precipitation, precipitation, water droplets fall from the clouds. Precipitation, precipitation, water droplets get heavy and fall from the clouds. There are 4 types of precipitation. They are rain, snow, sleet, and hail. The temperature of the air tells us what form we will see. Rain, snow, sleet, or hail.
All right, guys, see you tomorrow.